Hello everybody, welcome to StraightA, Dawson here, back with another video here today, here on a Sunday night for y'all. Of course, all the Sunday night football games are playing right now, so I'm catching a little reprieve to kind of upload a video for y'all here today. And today I'm going to be randomly ranking NFL quarterbacks. Week 15 edition, meaning that if a team has a backup quarterback, such as the Browns with Joe Flacco, or, I'm going to count the Jets as Zach Wilson, that type of deal, I'm going to be ranking them randomly on this little graph here, which makes it kind of interesting because about a third of the league is all composed of backup quarterbacks. So where will I rank them? I'll be ranking them as if they were one season type deal, like who would I want on the field. It's going to be kind of curious, but if you haven't already, subscribe, leave a like down below, and leave a comment down below about other video ideas you'd like me to do. So let's roll right into this video. We're going to roll this nice little wheel, and we're going to see who we first ranking in this first wheel. I'll probably go 5, like ranking 5 randomly, then 8. Then I'll probably do 10 a couple times. I'm not too sure. We're just going to roll with the flow. Jordan Love. Jordan Love's a good start. I think that's a solid number 3. I think there's a lot of not great QBs currently in the league. I think, for example, I'd probably put Jordan Love over Tommy DeVito. I think he's a little overrated right now. He's on the lower end. I think you could argue over Baker Mayfield. Jared Goff's probably a little over him though. There's a lot of good and a lot of bad over him. So I think the Packers are a good starting team for this. I think Jordan Love is a nice one to start off with. Meanwhile, you got the Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes make this easy mode because we put the Chiefs at number 1. I don't think really much debate there. I think you could argue a couple people, but I mean, at the moment, just because you have one bad season doesn't mean you are below number 1 yet. Then we got Carolina Panthers with Bryce Young. So Bryce Young's a hard one. I kind of have to put him at number 5. I feel like, there's so many backups though. Who would I realistically put Bryce Young over? I'd put him over, I wouldn't put him over Jake Browning. I would put Tommy DeVito over him. I'd put a lot of QBs over him. I don't think there's a single QB. I'll put him over Easton. I'd put him over I don't know what the current Texans, because they're not starting Davis Mills. They're starting Case Keenum. So I'd probably put Bryce Young. I'd probably put Bryce Young right above Case Keenum. It's a close one, but there's not many other QBs. I mean, everybody else, Joe Flacco I'd put above him. Geno Smith I'd probably put above him because I know Geno's playing again, or at least questionable. He's not out with an injury, basically. Kyler I'd put over him. There's just not many QBs. I'd put over him. I'm going to go 5. Yeah, I'm going to go 5. I think that's a proper place for Bryce Young at the moment. He's just not been very good, and I don't think I really want him for one season or done. Oh, but you know what? Nick Mullins possibly is a QB I would take below him. I think this doesn't mess up the list because I think he played well the first time around. And he played well on the last game, so I think it's fine at 4. But I probably would consider putting him at 5. But I think this still works. So I need somebody between Patrick Mahomes and Jordan Love. There's a very big list in between that. So I think this first list could be a winner. But let's see. Kenny Pickett, it's a loser. It's a straight up loser. I do have to put Kenny Pickett at 2. I'd swap Jordan Love and Kenny Pickett though. I think I'd still take Kenny over Nick Mullins, but this would be my actual order, but this is the L first time. We'll take a nice little L here for me. Wear it on my head. But that's a warm up. We're gonna go into 8. I don't know if I'll go to 8 then 10 or whatever, but we're going to 8 first. Well, as you see here, we have 1 through 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I took an L in the first smaller one, but with 8, it'll kind of give me some wiggle room to kind of plead my cases and stuff like that. So either way, you see we got Pittsburgh Steelers as the last thing on the board. We're going to spin again, and we're going to see what team we land on here. We're going to get the Kansas City Chiefs again. It's kind of an easy start. Kind of hate having the easy start here. But again, I wouldn't take anybody but Patrick Mahomes. He's doing great things with the receiving core he does have. Come on. I think if anybody else puts anybody above Patrick Mahomes, it's kind of hard to really justify, in my opinion. Then we got Kenny Pickett. We're getting the same people here. Kenny Pickett is on the lower end, though, for me. I did, say a couple people I think I like above him. I think there's 4 or 5 teams I'd probably like above him, so I kind of like him at 7. Because I think I like Derek Carr. I use this list. I just, basically moved everything down. So I like him over these 3. I like him over Aiden O'Connell. I think it gives me room enough to get one of these teams, but I like everybody else pretty much over them. Desmond Ridder, do I like above him? Yeah, I'd say I like him above Kenny Pickett. Jake Browning, I think I like above him. Joe Flacco, I think it gives me enough room to get one little bad team here, so I think I like it. I like Kenny Pickett at 7. I just don't know if he's a particularly talented quarterback here. Then we got Zach Wilson. Oh, maybe not. No, we got Zach Wilson. You know what? I put him right above Kenny Pickett. I think he's got a lot more potential than people give him credit for. He has flashes, while Kenny Pickett's more consistently below average. So you can kind of say, I'd say Zach Wilson ends up being about on the average train when you kind of average out his games. I think he's better than Kenny Pickett, but I get it if some people don't. But I'm putting him above Kenny Pickett. I guess that was a good one to actually kind of debate a little bit. I just don't know. I like the the potential of what's it called? Zach Wilson a little bit more than I like Kenny Pickett. We got Kansas City Chiefs again, so we're gonna re-roll. So you call me crazy, but I think I like that. Desmond Ridder. Wow, we're just kind of going up the train here because I think I like Desmond Ridder slightly more than Zach Wilson. I think he's proven more. I think this season he's just proven that he's consistently fine. These three are pretty much clumped together. Like, I'd definitely take Desmond over Kenny. I definitely would take Zach Wilson over Kenny. I think you can debate Zach Wilson and Desmond Ridder a little bit, but I think Desmond Ridder has just proven to be more on the average tier more accurately and has not been benched this whole season because he was hurt, but he wasn't ever benched per se. Beside the point. Moving on here, and we have the New York Giants, Tommy DeVito. Man, this is a bad list already. Now, would I rather? I'd be honest with you. I think I'd take Tommy DeVito maybe over Zach Wilson. I think that's a good debate one. Would I take Tommy DeVito over? You know what? I actually don't hate Tommy DeVito on this list at number 4. I don't think it's exactly broken. I think I would lean Desmond Ridder above Tommy DeVito. I think I'd lean Zach Wilson slightly above. No, I think Tommy DeVito's proven more. I think Tommy DeVito's proven more with a bad team. Yeah, his 4 is definitely where I'm putting him right now, but I'm trying to think what the list is busted. I don't think it's busted. I think there's a lot of debate there. I think this is a fine ordering, though. Tommy DeVito, Desmond Ridder, Zach Wilson, Kenny Pickett. Yeah, that's not bad. I don't hate that. Then we have Case Keenum again. Dang. Yeah, this list is now broken. Probably more accurately below Kenny Pickett. I think you could debate Kenny Pickett and Case Keenum. Could debate Kenny Pickett, or you could debate Case Keenum and Zach Wilson maybe a little bit. I'm gonna put Case Keenum at 8, but I don't feel necessarily great about it. I don't know that one. I think the list is kind of lost at this point, but wow, they love the Chiefs. Do I need to start Xing out the teams? I may have to start Xing out the teams. All right, either way, the whole top row would just be purely Patrick Mahomes. I'm going to shuffle up the thing next time too, because Jordan Love, I think it's damn. I think I'm going to put him at 3 because I think there's such a big room between Patrick Mahomes and Jordan Love. But damn, it's a low hanging ceiling here. We got Falcons. Okay, this is not a random wheel, is what I'm really figuring out. So we got to shuffle it a little bit each time. Chiefs again. All right, we gotta do something here. All right, come on, Will, give me something different. You gonna give me the same team over and over again? Easton Stick. All right, well, you know what? The list is now definitely now because Easton Stick is not a 2 type player. Now, granted, I don't know if I think Herbert's out for the whole season, so I'm not gonna worry about that. But yeah, Easton Stick. No, absolutely not. This list is broken. We're gonna retry number 8, and we're gonna shuffle up this a little bit. All right, we are back with the 1 through 8. We're going to do this one more time. We're going to rapid fire it out. I'm going to shuffle these. I've already shuffled them a little bit, but I'm going to shuffle them again. Boom. I shuffled them. Shouldn't be the same teams over and over again, so let's give this a try. And I say that, and we're going to end up with, oh, thank God. Okay, we're going to have Derek Carr. Derek Carr's a good one to start off with. I think everybody pretty much on the previous list from like 4 down, I'd probably take Derek Carr over. But then again, Derek Carr isn't the best. I feel like we're going to have a high-ranking one, so maybe 5. 5 feels kind of good for Derek Carr. I think there's a lot better. I think there's a lot of good over him, but I think there's still a lot of bad. I think 5 is an appropriate number for Derek Carr at the moment. So then we'll go the Bills. Now, I'll be honest, Josh Allen, is there anybody I'd take him over besides Patrick Mahomes? I don't know. That's a good question. I think I'd still take him over Jalen Hurts. I'd still take him over Trevor Lawrence. I'd take him over Brock Purdy. I'd still take him over Brock Purdy. I think the only person I can definitively say I'd take over Josh Allen, there we go, is Patrick Mahomes. So I'm going to put him at number 1. If we get Patrick Mahomes, then oh well, that sucks for me. He is probably I don't know. We'll see. Bailey Zappi. Bailey Zappi's happy. I'm putting him at number 7. He's not the worst, I don't think. I think he's proven that he's all right enough. Where the Patriots are. Boom. Kind of blend in. I think he's just proven that he's suitable. He's fine. Good for Bailey Zappi. He's not last on this list. Kenny Pickett, though, makes a return. it looks like. So I put him right between Derek Carr and Bailey Zappi. I think it's a pretty comfortable spot. I like Derek Carr more. I like Kenny Pickett slightly more than Bailey Zappi, maybe. You can debate those two a little bit. Easton Stick, or whatever his name is going easily dead last. It's at the lower end list, actually. So we have 2, 3, and 4 between Bills, Josh Allen, and Saints, Derek Carr. So this hopefully will give me a better list. Tommy DeVito, yeah, I mean, I think Derek Carr is better, but I'm putting him at number 4 because I think there's a lot. I think there's a lot lower, but either way, Jared Goff looks to be that. I'm putting him at number 3. I think there's still a lot better than him, but I think Jared Goff is quite good. Simple, to the point. Taking a lot of L's, it looks like, 'cause I don't think Tommy DeVito gives me a good dub here. Trevor Lawrence saves my bacon, though, because I think this makes it a respectable list. I think Josh Allen, Trevor Lawrence, Jared Goff. Then you got Tommy DeVito, which I probably prefer to put him at 4. You put Tommy DeVito at 5. You could debate these two. I probably would still lean Tommy DeVito, maybe. And then you got Kenny Pickett, Bailey Zappi, and Easton Stick. I think this would be a perfect list, but my list was ultimately, in my opinion, an L. But like it's the closest I think we've had to a good list, at least I guess barring the 1 through 5, I guess being like one off. But beside the point, I think I'm ready to go to 10 now, though. All right, made it a little bit bigger, 1 through 10 here. And, of course, we're going back to the wheel editor. You see Jacksonville still on the list there from the last time. Shuffling these up plenty, so we have plenty to kind of debate about. What's 1 through 10? Let's see who we're getting now for the first one. Easton Stick, I mean, I think he's the worst QB currently in starting the job. So I think it's an easy number 10 for me. We'll just rock and roll right to it. Meanwhile, you got Lamar Jackson, who is easily probably my number 2 here. I think he's been doing amazing things. You can kind of put him in the conversation with Josh Allen a little bit. I think I'd still take Josh, but I think Lamar has proven that he's capable of being one of the best, and I think it's kind of hard for me not to put him at number 2. I probably take Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy's kind of right there with him, but I think Brock Purdy's just below Lamar, and Lamar is just below Allen. I think it's how it kind of goes. Jalen Hurts is somewhere in between. I'd probably put Jalen Hurts currently somewhere around Brock Purdy and Lamar, but I don't know exactly. Okay, Gardner Minshew. This is an interesting one. He's good somewhere in the middle. Let's think about this. I'd probably put Gardner mostly above all the other QBs, and we've got, the more I think about it too, there's a lot of other low-hanging QBs currently, because like I probably take Russ over him. I take Patty Mahomes over him. I take I probably should put Lamar at 1, by the way. Now I'm thinking about it more. But beside the point. Tua, Tua's up there too. So I got like 3, you got 4, I'm seeing like 8 or 9 QBs I definitely take over him, maybe with 3 others kind of sprinkled in. So maybe I'm going to put Gardner at 5. Put Gardner at 5. I think it's a respectable number. I think he's above average. He's done well for that team. We'll just see how it goes. Kyler Murray. If I'm taking him right now, I'm putting him slightly above or below Gardner Minshew. I gotta say above. That's the only way to keep the list actually good, because I'm gonna put Kyler above Gardner Minshew. Kyler's been awesome in the few games that he's played, so I gotta give it to him the nod. Dak Prescott, man, he's up there too. I'm gonna put Dak up right above the Cardinals. Man, I think I kind of messed up a little bit. Maybe Gardner was a little too high in my book. So we need some lower end players, but man, I like this. It's not broken yet. I think this is still the best it can be, but we a little nervous now. We gonna be a little nervous getting to this point. So then we got Kenny Pickett, faithful Kenny. We're gonna put him at 8, 7, 8 maybe. We're Steelers, boom. I'm gonna put him at 8. I think there's enough wiggle room there to maybe give me that kind of benefit. Then you got not Desmond Ridder. Sam Howell. I don't know why he was blanking. I went Taylor Heineke. I went fucking Joe Flacco even before him. Sam Howell is so hard for me to comprehend there. But yeah, Sam Howell. I'm gonna put him at 6. I think he deserves 6. I think it's a very deserving 6. I think I'd put Gardner Minshew still slightly above him. But honestly, you could debate Gardner Minshew. I'm not gonna fight you too much on Gardner Minshew versus Desmond Ridder, on Sam Howell versus Gardner Minshew. So say what you will. Nick Mullins, though, I will fight you on that. Probably at number 9. I mean, I'm putting him at number 9. I like Kenny more. I do like Kenny more. Oh man, that's a hard one though. Oh, your choice now. Fuck that. Good. Brock Purdy. Wow, Brock Purdy at number 1. I mean, MVP odds, it's definitely right, but I think you could argue this. I think that's what you could currently argue. I think you could argue this, but I have to put him at 1. I think I'd probably lean putting Brock at 3. I think I'd lean slightly at Brock at 3, but it's not an awful one. If you're going to MVP odds, it's almost accurate. Now, whoever I get goes between Sam Howell and Kenny Pickett. So we are. By the way, I'm not doing that your choice stuff. I almost landed on that. Would not do that. Bryce Young? Question mark? Probably not. Probably put Kenny over him. It's not awful. I mean, I'd probably put Kenny above him, and I'd probably put Brock Purdy at 3 and raise everybody else up 1. But otherwise, not horrible. Could be way worse. This could have been a way worse list. All right, we are getting the perfect list right here, right now. Final time, unless I feel like it. Final time, I am getting a perfect list here. As you see, Carolina Panthers on the board here. We're shuffling up these slices, and we're rolling. We're rolling. I'm going to get the perfect list, and we're going to use nothing but analytics in my head to figure this out. Zach Wilson. All right. Zach Wilson, 8 or 7, 7 or 8, 7 or 8. Let's think about it. Like I said, I take Zach Wilson over a lot of people, but I think he's a debatable person where you could put a lot of people below him and above him. So I think 8's a solid spot. There's a lot of low-end players like Easton. You got Easton, Case Keenum. I'd probably, Aiden O'Connell. I think I'll probably put Aiden O'Connell above the Jets, or above Zach Wilson. So it's like 3, 4, 5. I'm putting Zach Wilson at 8. Final answer. Locked in. Let's do this. Then we got Geno Smith. Solid 6er, right? I mean, whoops, no, that's not Geno Smith. That's Geno Smith. I think there's enough room to give 7 a buffer there, but I wouldn't put him at 5. I think Geno's taking a step back, so I'll put him at 6. He's a fine, suitable quarterback. Not too much debate there. Matthew Stafford, though, is an interesting one. I put him right above Geno Smith, I think. I think 5 is very respectable for him. I think right now he's a little bit worse than he was, but he's still not bad Matthew Stafford. So I like him at number 5 pretty easily. Jake Browning, though, I'd take Jake Browning at 7. I think I'd pretty confidently say I'd like Jake Browning more than Zach Wilson currently. Then again, Jake Browning's a lot lower sample size. Do I like him that much, or do I... Man, it's actually a good debate. Leave your comments down below who you would take, right now for one game. Jake Browning or Zach Wilson. I'm gonna give it to Jake Browning. I think that's where I'm kind of leaning. I'm just really just kind of logicking this out in my mind about comparing them to all the other QBs. I think Zach Wilson has the longevity and inconsistency of being great, but also not awful, I guess. Well, Jake Browning's had very short success of being good. So, you know what? Actually, just due to longevity and seeing more potential in Zach Wilson, I'm putting Jake Browning at 9. I think that you could debate Zach Wilson versus Jake Browning, 100%. I'm not going to say you can't. But I think one game, Zach Wilson's my guy. I think for one game, Zach Wilson's my guy, at the very least. I probably would take him for multiple games too, but beside the point. Then you got Baker, Case Keenum. Case Keenum, probably number 10. I feel like that's the only logical answer I got there. Yeah, I think that's my only good answer there. Need some top-end players here. I don't think I have 1 through 3 or 4 yet. We got Geno Smith again, so we're going to re-roll on that one. Man, this is making me a little nervous, actually. I'm hoping I do well here. Oh, no, Easton, no! So I'm totally just, I lost the footage of that last one. So I have to redo it. Ended up being a great list, actually. I had 11 spot, put Easton there. It actually worked out really well for me. No, just kidding. We're just going to go ahead and mulligan that one. That way I can make this an interesting last 10. So, so either way, that's an L. I'm just going ahead and say that was an L of a L to take. I'm going to put Brock Purdy. Number 2 is what I'm thinking. I think there's a lot of QBs better. I think there's very few QBs better consistently. I think there's a few I can talk about. I think I take Lamar, Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, all over them. Dak, you can debate. I think you can debate about Dak. I'd probably end up leaning Dak, so that's 4. You could Jalen Hurts. I think I'd still end up going. Jalen Hurts. I'm gonna put Brock at 3. Man, that's a debate right there because you got 1, 2, 3. Man, this is bad. 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 above him. 6 maybe, 6 above him. Put him at 3. I don't know why. 3 kind of seems a little too low. Come on, get it. No, Nick Mullins. No, fuck you, Nick Mullins. All right, 9 works though. 9 works. I kind of wanted Patrick Mahomes just to make myself feel a little bit better about Brock Purdy at 3, because man, Brock's been really good, and I know we keep on discounting him. He's top 10 QB 100%, but like I don't know if he's quite top 5. Vikings, sorry. Nick Mullins 9. I think that's a good spot. I think he's probably the second, third worst. Green Bay Packers, Jordan Love. I put you at 6 is what my instinct is telling me right now. I think he's above average. I think there's a lot worse. I think there's when I take Jordan Love over Joe Flacco or Gardner Minshew, stuff like that, I think I'd lean over most of those. Maybe Joe Flacco is a debatable one. I take him over Jake Browning, I tell you that. But Jake Browning probably go at 8. I put him at 8. Putting Jake Browning at 8. I think it's a very solid number for him right now. Gardner Minshew, we're actually going to get the conversation of Gardner Minshew versus Jordan Love. I do think I'm going to easily take Jordan Love, but it's not a bad conversation to have. Gardner Minshew right below Jordan Love. I think it's a respectable number for me. Derek Carr, no. Yeah, Derek Carr, nope. Kenny Pickett. Well, man, fuck myself. I'm not going to get a perfect list at all. But if I was leaning, is Kenny Pickett better than Jake Browning? I probably already answered this question, but it's very, very similar. I'm leaning 10, though. Is probably a more appropriate answer for him. I'm going to get Easton now. I'm going to just call right now. I'm going to get Chargers, and it's going to piss me off. And I'm going to actually delete my YouTube channel, and I'm actually going to, I don't know what else I would do. Maybe go eat some Burger King. I don't know. I don't like eating Burger King, so I hate myself with that. Chiefs, obviously, Patty Mahomes at 1. So I don't know really what I would do if I got Easton here. So let's not get Easton. I'd rather not. Justin Fields or... No, Desmond Ridder. No, Sam Howell. That's, again, wrong one. 5. 5's respectable. I think Jordan Love I still take over Sam Howell, but not by much. I don't think it's a big conversation there. Rams, Matthew Stafford on this board at 4 seems kind of good. I will say I'm getting a little nervous now because I don't know if there's that many I would take over Brock Purdy. Now I'm more more talking about it. But I would take Kyler over Brock. Definitely not, but it's not far off. Would I take Kyler over Matthew Stafford? I'd definitely take Kyler over Sam Howell. Would I take Kyler over Matthew Stafford? It's a debate you could have. I'd probably take Kyler over Matthew Stafford. He's been playing amazing football for very few games, and we know he can play amazing football. Well, Matthew Stafford's been very inconsistent. So if I would just change that. I think everything else, maybe this. I think this has been a pretty okay video. I did not get a perfect board at all, but maybe we'll try this again. Hopefully you guys like it. If you did, leave a comment down below about how much you loved it, and hit the bell icon, subscribe. StraightA Dawson, out.